Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ultimate Rocket League URL. Tonight, we have a couple of monster games for you guys. Actually, we just got one, my fault. But we do have a couple of monster casters for you guys. I'm Nolan, I'll be one of your casters this evening, and with me, Gil Thanes. How we doing?
Doing fantastic. I had the shittiest work week in the history of my job, but I'm here now. And this is the most relaxing zen place I can be. But the action is about to be turned to 11 here, Nolan. We got the Rays versus the Samurai.
Absolutely, and this is a big one. This is a 2 seed versus a 3 seed. So, you know, they're not at that number 1 seed yet, but the winner takes on that number 1 seed for sure. So it'll be interesting to see how these two teams able to take each other on. Samurai being that 2 seed, Rays being that 3 seed, and this All-Star, bracket shaping up to be a real interesting one. What are your thoughts? Actually, I don't even know that you'll know any of these guys. We'll have to see. I think you might have streamed a couple of them. I don't know if you know Crimson or Claps or any of those guys. Do those names sound familiar to you?
Crimson does. The rest, not so much. But
Okay.
what I'm going to be looking for is good face-offs, especially in threes. If you have one of these little design kickoffs that kind of jumpstart your team at the very beginning, it can be very hard for the other team to play from behind.
Absolutely. We are going to go ahead and get right into this game right here. I think this will be a close one. I don't know that I necessarily have a prediction. I'm going to make one, though. I'm going to go with the Samurai in 4. Samurai in 4. You want to
All
make
right,
a
well, I'll
prediction?
take the Rays. All right. I like Akane's name here, and the team already looking like they're pretty good off the defense. Nice little block all the way to corner. Peak, trying to drop it back down mid, gets the ground pinch off the top of Akane's car as Crims up off the wall. He's got some space in front of him, trying to jump it back down. No, as he had a man in front, nobody around, and just not able to put that one on net.
Yeah, unfortunate. You know, the Samurai start off hot. You see all that pressure, all of that offense that they're able to produce. It's the Rays who have been on defense so far. Now, give and take that it's only been about 45 seconds here. The Rays have not had their offensive yet. They're starting it here, though. And the Samurai look like they're just going to kick this right back out of here. The possession from them. Look at this pass from Crimzette as well. Great little clear towards mid, and it looks like the Samurai are heating up.
Samurai, that third man, so crucial for this decision making, but like you said, keeping very good possession of the ball. Not much the Rays have been able to do past midfield because of that possession, because of that boost advantage. They're able to get by being able to sit on that midfield line afterwards. And Nil trying to get it back down to mid, can't drop it anywhere near his teammates. This peek up, looking for the double, can't get it off the backboard. Chance here for Ak. No, Crims just gonna force it to the corner, and still nobody around from the Rays to take any kind of possession.
No, Crim off the ceiling, doing what Crim does best, use those mechanics, support his team, do everything he can. This is gonna be falling back to the Rays side of the field. Azira gonna look to take this around, gets the 50. It's gonna sit on the Samurai side of the field. Looked for that clear, but it's the Rays who remain dominant on the side here. Little interception here from the Samurai gentlemen. Not able to miss each other there. You definitely don't want to be making silly mistakes like that. Akmo! There you go. Akmo Dobbs scores the first goal of this contest. And it's the Frenchman himself. You know, he plays all the way over for France to play in our league. Great guy, great job, well done.
Great decision making there by Akmo as well. Finding that seam in the middle of the field, realizing both defenders were low on boost and out of position towards the middle of the field. Opts to just flick it and chase after it. Gets that secondary touch and beats that last man. And the Samurai are up 1-0 as they're looking to prove themselves as that stout second seed. Kyle can't get back to it. Akane comes down the boards. Akmo able to niffily cut that around him. Kyle's trying to feed it back down in front of Ken, and Azira just gonna fall back as the defensive rotation starts up once more for the Rays.
50 here from the Samurai. A little pump midfield, and this is going to clear things right open for the Rays. They're going to take this offensive position. They're going to run with it. Mind you, we've only got about 2 minutes left to go in this game, so plenty of time left, but certainly enough for the Samurai to be able to hold this lead, surely, if they play their cards right. Falls back to the Samurai. Crimson with the clear, and it's going to go right back to the Rays. A wide open net, but not able to put it on target. Clear from Akmo. Going to give it one more look down the field. Syphic comes through. Big touch. Out to mid. Samurai not able to take advantage of it as they clear it back to the Rays half of the field.
And a double demo downfield now. A chance for a midfield ball. Azira not able to get to it in time. Crims tries to drop past this one down. Akane with the 50. Azira double commit. Off the sidewall back down. Akmo gonna take a shot on Akane. Able to keep it away, but with a minute 30 left, still not able to mount too terribly much offense thus far for the Rays.
No, and we really haven't seen a ton from them yet. We've seen the Samurai pass comfortably. We've seen them clear comfortably. You know, they've got a great 50 game. I feel like everything the Samurai is doing right now, they feel comfortable with. And the Rays just, they haven't shown as much comfort or confidence in that yet. I'd definitely be interested to know if their full roster was here, would they be having these issues? Would things feel better? Certainly questions I have, but questions that we just can't answer. These are the guys that are here. This is the squad that's performing right now. I think they really just got to build with what they've got this game and work on what they can do next game.
40 seconds left still. A lot of time here for the Rays. If they can get a little bit of a clear downfield, a chip and chase will not go awry here with the amount of time they have left. And that one gets around as two players trailing behind him. Zero boost is able to 50 it to the far corner. Akmo up over one man to beat. Azira drops it down in front. Shot far side off the post, and it's still out in front. Crims trying to just take possession. All he needs to do is kill the clock. Akane double commit off the sidewall. Can he get the clear? No. Akmo trying to drop it back down in front. Azira off the sidewall. Sispy long shot. Azira able to save it. Looking for the buzzer beater, but it drops, and Samurai will take game one.
Yeah, that's going to be a close one. The entire game, you know, I kept thinking to myself, I'm not sure what's going on with this Rays team. But honestly, you know, the Samurai, they look comfortable, but the Rays held it down on offense to some degree. You know, there weren't that many shots this game overall. But either way, you know, it's still a 1-0 game. Relatively close.
Yeah, both teams had some opportunities during the course of that game. The Samurai just able to kind of put the pedal to the metal. A lot of boost advantage for them, especially in midfield. And that's where you saw them turn and challenge so aggressively. And that's why the Rays were not able to get a lot of field time in that offensive third.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think the other thing that you have to, you know, commend these players on is their mechanics. The Samurai came out firing. They wanted control. They kept on the ball well. That's why their 50s, you know, played out so well. I think that really, really helps them. Syphic changing his name. We no longer have an upset face. That's awesome. But yeah, I think the big thing for them was that they were able to use their mechanics at the right time. Be interested to see if the Rays can use that.
And they were getting some good corner pressure during the course of that game. A few of those kind of dribbled out in front for a secondary opportunity, but the Samurai always kind of quick to support each other on that defensive side of the ball, and that way they can look for some of these transition plays downfield. And already we see the Rays try and sneak it through the corner, trying for that centering pass.
Yeah, the Rays are gonna have to make a serious conscious effort to try to get this ball out a little bit more. Especially because, you know, they just can't have it on defense. You know, we saw them on defense. They didn't look terrible, but we don't know what they're going to do. The Samurai start to really figure it out. And I think that that's going to be something that the Rays just can't allow to happen. The Rays need to climb back into this game, and realistically, they need to win this game.
Still impressed by the decisions of Akmo. Never mind. Maybe I spoke too soon as he almost pitches it directly into his net. Azira. Nice shot, forces two players up. Akane now with a chance. Azira tries to center it back out in front. Akane with the pre-flip, but now all alone, 1v1. Sispy trying to cut it back to the inside. Great shadow defense there by Nihilus.
Little touch up from Acme. Gonna try to put this one in the corner, get this one out to his teammates. Samurai, Samurai almost get unlucky on that one. And it's Syphic gonna take this one down the field. Gets the 50 in the corner. Acne gonna win this challenge though, able to move it along for the Rays. The 50 and Acne gonna get a shot on net. Akmo able to clear that one out. That's the pressure of the Rays though. If we can see a little bit more of that, we are golden for this game.
Akmo twice now, his positioning saving a near surefire goal for the Rays. Lead pass, Akane off the post, out in front of Zira. Finally with the follow-up, and the Rays are on the board.
And there it is. That's what the Rays have been waiting for. That's what we've been waiting for. The pressure from the Rays. They see the opportunity, catch the Samurai out of place, and boom, you're on the board. Rays needed this one, and I have to imagine they're only going to keep scoring.
And that was a good transition attempt. That is what they needed. Not getting boost arms out, clearing it on that first opportunity. They had a man already turning in midfield. Off the sidewall, Akmo able to take it away. Crims trying to center it up. Great block by Azira. Looking for the sideline. Akmo again making a big key defensive stop.
Absolutely. The Rays showing that they are not just a defensive team. They are looking to make them feel the pressure on offense. Azira goes up, has the ball, puts it down, cleared by Crimson, and Acne gonna put this one right back out in front of the net. Crimson with another save out in front of the net there. The Samurai certainly showing what they're made of on defense. They've let one in, but I have to imagine that they're just, they're ready for it on defense now. They know what the Rays are available to do. It's only a matter of time until we see the Samurai respond appropriately.
And look at how big a gap there was in that midfield. Chance here, a shot that will be an air ball to the corner as Akane double commits for the sideline pass. Graham's not able to get down off the wall in time, but a good deflection. Looking for the centering pass. This one off the corner as Zira deflects it back out in front, and this will give them a little bit of breathing room as they look to just take a little more possession.
Azira gonna get it past 150 with 2. Akmo are gonna end up winning that 50. The Rays desperate to try to keep this out of their own side. Everybody jumbled. Rays in an awkward position. Nobody near the net. Rays gonna start to reset here. A little bit scary there, but the Samurai continue to shoot. Crimson continues and maintains the pressure. Gonna get one more off the wall here. The 50 with Nihilus. And it's still a 1-0 game. I mean, once one team scores, it seems like the other team is just content. They just want to keep the ball out of their net and out of the opponent's net too. Maintain the lead.
But I like what I'm seeing out of the Samurai to try and get themselves back into this game, using the width of the field to try and set each other up, trying to gain that boost advantage right back. And a centering pass, Akane there as Crims pulls off the 50. Over the corner, Crim's got some room. Look out, he's got space. A man on the far side, shout on. Azira makes the save, and the Rays maintain the lead.
And that's unbelievable. The Rays need that save. They need that defensive confidence in order to kill this game out. They can certainly do it. They'll not say no to another goal. But the Samurai, they just seem stumped right now. They're trying to actively make fixes. The Rays are countering faster than they can make those fixes. And much like they have fixed that, I have just enacted the caster's curse. Big talking about what's going to happen, and all of a sudden the Samurai strike back. 42 seconds, we could be going overtime.
And again, giving themselves a little room to breathe. About 10 seconds before that, just using that width of the field. Crims wide open, misses the shot, as he did have a little bit of daylight on that far side. Akmo up over top, Akane, 28 seconds left. Chance here as Azira flex it across, but Crims brings it back down. 50, Akane trying to move it back along Akmo, a long shot pass out in front of Azira, not able to get it, and the go-ahead goal with 16 seconds left as the Samurai get ahead.
What a play. I mean, just look at the pass. Azira already knows that this is a tough one. He doesn't know that he can save that. And Syphic takes one look at the net and knows he's slotted it, finds that outside corner. That's a beautiful drawn-up play from the Samurai.
Syphic, a man of many challenges thus far, as he has been critical as that first man role here for the Samurai, getting themselves back into this game. He has kind of led that attack down to the middle of the field, and Samurai gonna be able to take game 2.
Wow, what a performance from the Samurai. All game, they looked content. They looked like they didn't know that they could win that game. In the last minute, they just came alive. I don't know what to tell you. This Samurai team is special. These players, on top of their game, they're definitely a contender in my book to win this whole season. Both of these teams are really, but I do want to award the Samurai, again, just able to figure it out, enacting every tactic in the book just to get that point, just to get that goal. They grit, they dogged, they did everything they could do. And that's a well-deserved game by them.
Yes, Cypher just coming out of nowhere for a lot of those challenges, just challenging across the ball. And he was able to get it to those sidewalls where the Samurai can really take advantage. And he really just made two players commit every time he was in the corner. And then those numbers advantage add up as they're able to get more and more boost.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so I mean, looking ahead to game 3, I think it's got to be close again. We saw a little bit of life from the Rays. It really looks like we could continue to see that. They kind of just broke down at the end, and I think the Samurai just really outsmarted them. I don't even know that it was a defensive breakdown. Interested to see what they're gonna do in game 3. Who do you think has this game? Does it end right here?
I don't know. The Samurai are looking good, but there was a lot of open space in the midfield. Some of those times that the third man rotated back for the Samurai, the Rays were able to take a little bit of possession with that first touch, and they had a lot of real estate to work with. They can kind of keep that ball behind them, maybe force a 50 around midfield. They're going to have some opportunities on that attacking third. But with the passing game that we've seen out of the Samurai, their ability to try to kind of keep that ball alive in the neutral space in the middle of the field, it's going to be a tough ask. Akane looking for the shot as that one just sails wide.
Samurai potential first goal here, going to be saved away by Hazira. Another great 50 in front of the net. All 3 being sent from the Samurai. Not going to work out, and the Rays extra cautious in this one. But the Samurai, again, just keep shooting. It just seems like they just have an infinite amount of boost, and they just swivel back and forth, opening lanes to get this ball out. It just seems everything that they do ends up working out in their favor.
I like the idea from Akane there, as he did try to bump it midfield, but Saipik again, a great little touch to the side of the field and gets right back in front of the ball.
Yeah, no, that's a wide open net for Saifik. Ozira just not able to get there. I hate to harp on Ozira, but it just seems to be him in the net when these plays are coming out. Nothing against him. It just so happens that the Samurai see Ozira in the net and say, oh, I guess this is going in. Acne gonna keep this amid here. Sends this right to the Samurai. Is this going right in? Does this roll in? It does. Unfortunately, Hackney gives a little bit too much room off of this ball here, and Crimson able to strike, sees the opportunity, and that's going to be 2 for the Samurai.
I like how he cut to the middle of the field there, though. He was looking for that flick because he knew he could beat that first man off that ball. Just not able to get it on top of his car, and unfortunately results in that goal, but still plenty of time to play. 3:43 left on the clock as Leipzig down the corner. He was attempting a demo, but saw 3 players still singing in net for the Rays as Azira trying to force this one out. Seifik to the wall. Sideline, one-on-one opportunity. Long touch, looking for the ceiling. There's the pass, far side. Azira not able to get it as Cribs just puts it right underneath him.
Oh, so unfortunate. I thought Azira had it. I saw him go right up for it. I was like, dude, this is going in. We're back in it. We have a game, and unfortunate miss by Azira there. Listen, he's got to do something by the end of the game. He's going to have some big moment of redemption or something. He's got to be putting in like an overtime goal. The dude is absolutely hammering stuff on offense, and on defense, he's an absolute unit. This guy on top of things, but I need to see, that redemption goal. I want to see it. I know he'll have it.
Right back again. Good 50. Looking for that second man. Acne takes the shot, short side, handcuffed the Akbo on the wall, but Crims able to get the long shot. Azira last man, not able to get it, and Crims with the transition goal might have put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, no, this one's gonna be tough. The Samurai definitely on point on those counter goals, on that counter attack. Definitely could be the nail in the coffin. The Rays, I think they've only scored 1 goal this whole series, and it was last game. They have to score now. They've got to stop the bleeding. I mean, really, they just need to have something, and they need to be able to put up a wall. This needs to go in right here. Azira, and there it is. There's a redemption goal. That's number 1 on the board. 2:20, plenty of time. more than enough to be able to make this comeback and ultimately take a win.
Good awareness there by Azira as well. Most players would kind of normally go for that goalie bump, that goalie demo, opts to wait, and the flick communicated to him by his teammate. And now the Rays only down 2, looking for a little sign of life as Acne trying to take it himself. Touch over, looking for the follow through. Crims able to push it to the corner. The boost stolen. Typic, not much boost to deal with. Neelis just gonna wait. The demo was looking to come out as they did have 2 players in mid. Acne just gonna leave it as Azira trying to take control. The 50 goes the way of the Samurai once again as this ball slowly creeping towards that Samurai net.
Oh, Akmo almost had it there. Had the opportunity, didn't have the boost or the flip, unfortunately. Syphic gonna toss this one back down the field, cleared to the corner. Acne has the control. The bump from Syphic, the Samurai turned something into nothing. And unfortunately, the Samurai end up having this ball back on their own side of the field. Big misses from the Rays. Fakes, I should say. I need to see the Rays start passing again. That was almost another dirty play from the Samurai. But everything that's gone well from the Rays so far has been a pass. We need to keep them passing. We need to see them doing it. That's a double commit. They can't be doing that.
And Syphic, plenty of boost, trying to center this one down. Azira takes the 50. They got to get under this as it's 56 seconds left. Clock is ticking. Acne drops it in front. One man to beat. Crims there, but Azira, the midfield monster, puts it in.
Dude, he might be listening to stream right now. He might have heard what we had to say. This guy has put in 2 now. That's more than he's put in last game. That's more than anybody has put in any other game this series. The Rays are feeling it. They're coming back. They're heating up. It's only a matter of time.
I want to point out, Azira has the 2 goals, but has absolutely 0 shots on net. It has been all Acne setting these plays up. That 50 critical in that last goal. Akmo trying to drop this one down to Crims to the sideline. Now he's got a little room to run. Acne not able to control it. Syphic back around. Good touch by Neelis. Azira not able to cut over in time. Deflected away. Acne, good positioning as Syphic was looking to bump him as well. Drop down in front of Azira, trying to center that one up. Acne, 10 seconds left, needs to get it downfield and does. Off the sidewall. Far side, Syphic. For the 50. Akmo, 1 second left. Neelis needs to get under it. He does. Can he feed it to center? No. And Samurai will take the clean sweep and maintain that second seed.
Wow. Shanghai Samurai end up living up to the name. The second seed makes the final bracket. This does, in fact, confirm their trip to the final bracket, the final playoffs. And this is a big win for them. Up next, they will go against, I don't even know, the Yetis. It'll be the 1 and the 2 seed, the Yetis and the Samurai, and that will be a bloodbath. I'm excited to see that game. But really, I don't know that we've got a ton else left. You know, this game went really well. I liked what the Samurai had. I liked when the Rays almost had it. They almost came back. But that Rays team is going to be a hard team to beat in that lower bracket. They do have a second life. They will get another opportunity to play. Hopefully, we'll see them back in the finals bracket.
I hope so, too. Little redemption games never hurt anybody. But the Samurai really impressing me with their time of possession, especially across those first 2 games. Really able to maintain a very steady rotation. Nobody really kind of going overcommitting on the ball, try to get to it, make a hero play. One of these, team first kind of mentalities will take you a long way, especially in these threes matchups.
100%. And that's going to be the name of the game for the next couple of weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to continue to have playoff games this weekend. We'll continue into next week. We'll continue into next week and then weekend. We've got games flurrying at you guys. And then we'll have the final bracket coming up, and then we are done with threes. But there is still plenty of action left in front of us. Gil, hopefully we'll have you back for some of that action, potentially.
I think so. Usually I'm not too terribly busy now with my weekend stuff, but during the work week it's a little it's a little precarious. But
Absolutely.
if you have some of those playoff games, some of those, barn burners type matchups, you can count on me to be there.
Wonderful. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will wrap us up for tonight. Like I said, we've got action coming at you tomorrow and then Sunday and just the rest of the week. I don't even know what's coming up. I'll take a peek at it. I'll get you guys that info for tomorrow. But until then, have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you soon.